Yo, just a quick disclaimer. Cigarettes, cannabis, alcohol, and profanity come with age limits and rules depending on where you are. If you choose to use them, do it responsibly and stay mindful of the health risks. We are not here to promote misuse. Take care of yourself and make informed decisions.
Yo, guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode. As you all can see, we're in a whole new setup, this is pretty chill with the couch and everything, not too bougie. But bright lights. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, we have shifted. So, we were gonna drop a travel vlog as we had mentioned prior, but we didn't do that because the content is all over the place. Just give us a second. The mic is not sitting in the right place. Yeah, there we go. Well, now we have a mic, so I think the quality should be way, way, way better. Anyways, so today's topic is this whole shift, man. Instead of the travel log, we're gonna sit down and go through everything that has happened. Like, that's the whole reason why we couldn't do a travel log because there was so much that has happened and we have to sit and like talk about every little detail that it comes down to.
Just our experiences, what we had to go through, how we went through that, and yeah, it's been a roller coaster.
Yeah, which is crazy. Well, also to give you all the idea of where we are, we have officially left India and now we are in Vietnam,
Yeah, Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh City. So, Ronix, why don't you take it away and let's backtrack to when we were in Goa in the village Chandor.
Yeah, so we've been staying in South Goa, a small little village, Chandor. Uh, nice people around at face value, but
The food was pretty good too.
food was pretty much the same you get
Like
everywhere.
price value and
Price and value,
compared to
yeah,
the north side of Goa and the south side of Goa, the
yeah,
pricing was comparatively much better.
much better, yeah.
That's
Pricing
there.
wise. I mean, the people there at face value were pretty chill as well, compared to North Goa. Like North Goa, you have smug ass people.
Very true. Very true.
But yeah, me being Goan, I can say that.
Yeah, like that's a
South,
card that you
yeah,
can justify.
yeah.
Like
South
yo,
Goa, South Goa was still a bit more polite.
not as much
Not
as
as much, yeah, not as much. But yeah, we had to, go from east to west just for small, small and tiny
yeah.
things. But not at all convenient. Uh, yeah, the pricing, for the pricing that we had to hustle for, that was not worth it at all.
Yeah, like with the housing situation. So our main
Yeah,
issue in Chandor was the housing situation.
yeah.
So we moved into this place in Chandor, which was owned by Vinci and what was the
Vita.
Vita.
Yeah,
So they're basically this old retired couple, and the husband is basically the main guy at the church in the
yeah.
village. So we moved in there. We agreed to 30,000 rupees for the rent, which was a three-bedroom with three ACs, which is pretty reasonable, like as per Indian Goa for Goa standards. And then after that, from Jan, it was supposed to be 35,000, and all of that said and done, we moved into that place. But ever since we moved into that apartment, it has been just stressful. It was very unnecessarily stressful.
Yeah, you had the owners come up to, just barge into our place wherever they felt like it. When we were out,
Yeah,
there've been
that
couple
was
of
very triggering.
there've been couple of instances that our maid had to come and tell us that, hey, look, I know you guys are out. It's not my place to tell you guys, but the owners are coming up to check on random things like, what we're doing in terms of work, what sort of equipment we have, what sort of things we have, which is clearly pointless. I mean, you give something out for rent, you don't really care about
What your
what
tenants are
someone
doing.
comes with.
Yeah.
As long as it's not something like that is illegal or something like that, it doesn't really matter. And
Like on that terms, I was pretty triggered with the fact of like the way they were treating Sasha as well. Sandra. Like just because she's Russian and she's white, they expected her to be their attraction in they were calling people over just to come see her. And like it was very unnecessary for her as well because it was a situation and an environment that she didn't have to deal with.
Yeah, and it was like community that had to that was imposed by these people. Like, so suppose you stay in a certain area, they self-impose community things on you. Yes, I know that there are some things that we need to comply by when it
Yeah,
comes
that's
to community.
understandable, like society
Yeah,
standard wise,
but
and
you
like
don't really have to. I mean, that's the whole point of it. You have to be able to like live your life the way you want to live. Suppose you don't want to go out during social gatherings, who you don't even know who these people are.
exactly.
You know, but you're forced to come there. You're woken up in the middle of your in the night. Just, hey man, you got to come down to just meet random people who you don't even know. You've
Yeah.
never seen in your life, and they have no significance for your future.
Whatsoever. It's
Yeah,
not like you're gonna see them again, or
yeah.
it's like it's gonna be like
Yeah.
connections or
It
something to
was
help you out with work. It was nothing to do with any of that. This was
fr-
just for their standard and their society level or status or however you would put this. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, from a bird's eye point of view, it just looked like one big old aged home from a bird's eye point of view, because they were only there were senior citizens around. Some of them have been in very good places. Some of them have been in good jobs abroad and all, but they are stuck with women for some reason. No offense to the women, but the women that are out there
in like
are,
Goa, in
yeah,
Chandor, we talk about like mainly this.
yeah, very controlling.
Yeah.
They want to wear the pants. They take the pants off off. They take authority off the guy. So the guys are basically there saying that, hey man, I don't agree to what my wife is doing, or I don't agree to what my family is doing, but I don't really have a say in it. You know?
So okay, so now we fast forward to this part, like okay, so now you all get like a gist of it. So now, basically, what happened is we were in the middle of traveling from Bapsa, which is like North Goa. We were like putting our stuff in the apartment that Ronix owns in North Goa. So we're traveling about 60 kilometers
60
just
kilometers,
one
yeah,
way. So
one
that's
way.
like 120 kilometers going and coming back. Now, in the middle of this, Sandra is trying to like figure out her documentation and stuff because when she had to leave. There is like some sort of formalities that is required by the Indian government known as the exit permit, and for that she required some documents from the owners, right? So while all of this is happening, they're just being dicks. They're like straight up being dicks. They call Sandra down for about 1 2 hours, and they sit, they talk, and blah blah blah. She explains everything, and they ask her a bunch of questions. And in the end of it, the dude, the Vinci, the guy, he was like, because his name's actually on the contract with us. Okay, so the contract that we had done with them was for a year, for 11 months, right?
11 months, yeah.
Yeah, so 11 months with no lock-in period, nothing as such, because we knew we move around a lot. And in all of this, he just turns to Sandra and is like, "No, I don't feel comfortable sharing my identity to the police."
Yeah, I mean, this is something that is like for verification when you're housing foreigners. That's what happened to us here as well. When we came, we are foreigners in this country as well. We had to share our documents with the cops. The owner had to share her documents to create the hotel to add us.
Exactly.
You know that none of that goes into these into their brains for some reason. They act like as if they were like convicts back in the day, that they don't want to share any documents. This is the case that is happening across Goa. I don't know for what, but senior citizens are very, very stringent about sharing documents, because they think that someone's going to misuse their documents. Everything is electronic. Without OTPs, how is someone going to misuse your documents? And misuse it to what extent? It's not a catastrophic extent. It's not like, oh, I gave up my passport copy and now the whole world explodes. It's not that way. So
Anyways, yeah. So we've again, I'll get this idea. So me and Ronix ride down to Mapsa in the morning on our bikes to stash the bikes in his building. We rent out a vehicle. We drive from North Goa to Chandor again.
yeah,
That's already 120 kilometers. We've made it back. Now we've taken Luna to the vet, done her prep work for her flight from Goa to Delhi, and now we've left back, okay, and it's already about like 5 6 in the evening, and
6 in the evening.
we're somehow pulling through and through to go and drop off all the stuff that we couldn't take with us. And while all of this is happening, Sandra's dealing with all of this. We come back around 2, 3 in the morning, and then this is the video that you remember this.
Yeah.
I came to you for a very basic thing, and you all are saying you all don't want to submit your ID, right? Correct?
Not submit our ID. Already, you all already got no
What we got?
everything.
What we got? Tell me.
Identity.
No, she explained it. The address proof is done by the contract. The written undertaking is required by the landlord so she can exit the country. So that had to be submitted today. Our flight is tomorrow morning, like tomorrow night. Now, if tomorrow it doesn't get accepted, then
No.
what do you mean? No, the FRRO is not our. The FRRO is not my family people. I can just go and tell
even the
them.
police, when we went for police clearance, they said tenche दूसरे system है, you have to submit her documents somewhere else. But that
you all didn't give her any document to us.
Her name is in the contract. What are you talking about? Haven't you read the contract?
त्याची ID बीन सगळे दिल्ले हा.
What are you saying?
See, when they went to the
ID दिला.
Okay, so y'all can see I'm just like I'm just not having it. Okay, this is us after this whole long ass day that me and Ronald have just had.
So she pulled us. She pulled us out of our sleep once. She tried doing that once, didn't work out. Then we said, okay, let's schedule it. Let's pick a time.
Oh yeah, this is to the context to when we moved in there for the
Yeah.
police verification.
Yeah. So let's pick a time and then we'll meet at a certain time at the police station and we'll get our documents verified. Okay. At that moment, the police there, and he was the PI or the sub inspector, I'm not too sure, but either one of them, but he was not a constable.
And this was at the outpost of Chandor.
Yeah, he clearly mentioned that okay, this is the procedure for Indians where Indians have to submit their PCC here, but this is not the. I mean, we don't take in documents of foreign nationals because foreign nationals have to go through an FRRO, which is a foreign immigration system.
Correct.
However, that didn't get
Registered somehow, somewhere in their brain,
Yeah.
like in the woman's brains, like this Vita woman.
And this woman was not there during the signing of the contract. The house is on the husband's name. He's the one who collects the payments. He's the one who comes and looks at if there is any sort of maintenance work or something that has to be done. So he's kind of polite with us. For some reason, whenever we give him a call, she's the one who shows up. Whenever we have to say something about the apartment, or maybe we want a copy of the rent or the copy of a bill or
Electricity
something,
bill or anything.
anything that we route it to him, it comes to her, and then she takes a call on it. She comes walking into the apartment like as if like that she owns not the place, but she owns the people living there.
Yeah, she was. I mean, like we tried being so nonchalant about
And
it.
these are people, mind you, these are people who have traveled abroad.
Yeah, the husband used to work on a cruise apparently.
And these are people who have their daughters working in organizations in MNCs, claiming that they are, some big shit somewhere.
In
But they are
UAE.
not. They are clearly not. They've faked their degrees and they've gotten jobs there through references. And the references are to be blamed for this. And because with this kind of a mindset, you're basically not a problem solving person. You are a problem creating person.
Yeah, very true. So like yeah, you get like a bit of a context from the way this video rolled out. I was just not having it that day, neither was he, because we were like, yo, listen, our flight's tomorrow night. This is like literally we had 12 hours to our flight to go, and we still did not have the right documentation for Sandra to exit the country, which is insanity. Like we have so many, we had so many other things to deal with. I had to deal with Luna. And there was like so many things at that point where it just could have gone wrong. But
So let me like help us understand. When we make a contract between two parties, having a third party, which is a government official in front of you, acknowledging that yes, both parties are in mutual agreement. Okay, what does that mean? It transcribes to if anything goes sideways or anything goes, no matter however, you always refer back to the agreement and stick to the terms of the agreement.
yeah,
That's the whole point of an agreement. She turns around and says, "Oh, well, we can't refund the entire deposit because my sister said that we are doing,
yeah.
that they stayed only for 4 months."
I mean, that's the whole thing of the lock-in
You
period.
know.
That's why I emphasized on the fact that our contract does not
And people,
have a lock-in period because we know that we move around a lot. And when we also moved in there, we told them we're not sure. I remember this conversation. That was so clear to me that day that we told them we're intending to stay for a longer period, but we are planning to move out, but we don't know when because this is an international move, so we ain't sure yet. It wasn't a domestic move within India.
yeah. And when it comes to maintaining, or say, forget maintenance, just painting, general painting, whenever you have a house, when people stay, there is wear and tear. Yes,
Yeah.
but there is damages, which is like where you damage the plaster of the wall, then it's damage. Like, okay, if there is certain discoloration on walls, that doesn't really come under that particular tenant's problem.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we
Yes.
roll back to it,
Yeah.
when we moved into that apartment, we took videos and photos of everything.
Yeah.
And the stuff that was already dirty, damaged, and which wasn't even our problem. Okay, the reason why we're going into this, I was so mad because the room that me and Sandra had, bro, there was literally, you know what I'm talking about. There was literally someone who had spat fucking pan masala, the RMD bullshit that they have, the chewing tobacco that has that gnarly, dirty smell with that stain. There was a fucking entire mark like this, through and through, right next to my fucking bed. Me and Sandra had to turn the bed around just to place it in a way so that we didn't have to deal. It was just so fucking disgusting to walk into the room. And then after all of that being said and done, we looked the other way. We're like, all right, this place is nice. It's in a jungle, blah, 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 whatever. It was comfortable for us at that point. But towards the end, when we were moving out,
Yeah. Because see, I'm a person who waits and has a lot of patience with people. But for me to
I'm
lose,
not.
yeah, for me to lose it at the last strand, that I had to walk my ass to the police station,
Oh yeah, that
explain
was
explain this matter. The cops didn't even want to look at them. He just directly said, "Okay, give them a call." Gave them a call. As we were leaving, he's like, "Give them a second call," and he's like, "I don't want to see these two back in the police station.
yeah.
Finish off this thing, pay off what you have agreed to, and get done with this."
Yeah,
Which is what we wanted them to do from
we didn't
from the
want
very
any
beginning.
of this stress, man. This could have been so peaceful.
Which is simple. See, I'll give you I'll give you the
Breakdown.
mechanic, the breakdown, which is 2 months of rent and deposit and 1 month for the current month. Okay, so that's 3 months in total. When someone leaves, no lock-in period, you return back 2 months. If there are some damages, you claim for those damages.
Yeah,
If
so
and
I,
if
yeah, sorry to cut you
yeah
off there. So that's the reason why I was explaining the chewing tobacco stain, whatever the fuck that was.
yeah
Because when the end of it came to it, the entire house wall colors were so fucking disgusting. And when we moved in there, we have every fucking single video of that house. And we even showed it to this woman, and she was not having it. She's like, "Nah, you're gonna pay for the whole painting and all of that bullshit." And I'm just looking at this nigga, and I'm like, "Bro, we're not having this."
Man, she comes into to the apartment one day and when I was sleeping, and she comes into the apartment and she's like, "I need some curtains because people are coming over to the house." I'm
How
like,
the
"Okay,
fuck is that our
okay,
problem?
fine. You want the curtains that were hanging up there before when we moved in? Take your curtains and go. It's fine."
And we
Yeah,
don't fuck with these white curtains in India because it's so fucking hot and sunlight, and people have this bad habit of always fucking peeking inside. So we pre-hand already had these blackout privacy curtains which
yeah.
we had in our house, and then she started fucking even claim our motherfucking curtains.
She turns around and says, "Hey, but we had all the curtains. There was a couple of curtains that were missing." So she's like, "We give you with all the curtains," like completely like as if she's like
Like
some
nonchalant,
innocent.
like a whole
Yeah.
nonchalant way. She just turns around and she's like, "Oh,
I lost it because I didn't have my morning coffee. I just woke up out of
I
bed. I
remember
lost it.
this."
I'm like, I'm gonna shove that curtains up my ass or what? This it's pointless. Where am I going to use curtains if not in the house? We stay here. Everything of us is here. We're gonna use it here. You know.
And we're telling her, like, "Bro, go ask your husband." When we walked into the apartment, he himself had pointed out that, "Hey, there's a curtain missing here, there's a curtain missing there. I'll sort it out and I'll give you." And we told him, like, we don't really need it because we have our own curtains.
Yeah. The lights were
Oh my
have the lights
lord,
there.
that was a hassle.
That was a hassle. Every evening, 7 o'clock sharp, she wants the bloody lights to come on because we stay next to us. a cemetery, and the ghosts need the are not the street lights are not good enough for them.
Yeah,
They
the
need
ghost needed extra light to find the
yeah
graveyard. That's
because
the logic behind it.
because her mother told her to put the lights on again, and knowing this female is in her late 50s, so her mother, who's 6 feet under, has told her before dying that you need to have lights on at 7 o'clock. Okay, fine. I understand that that is a tradition, but that was an old tradition back in the day when people used to didn't even have doors for their house.
Yeah.
But you don't. I mean, there should be some logic for what actions you do. It's not just because history told you to do something, you're going to do that. That way, history told you to walk around in loincloths. I don't see you doing that. You know? History has
Yeah.
never told any of you all to migrate to any other country to find work. You all were supposed to slave under the white man. But no, you guys still do that. Then why?
Okay.
Then why?
Okay. Dude, all that is still not even like the major issue that we have.
Yeah.
The major issue was when she was ringing the bell all the time to freaking dude, like that was fucking pissing off, bro.
Yeah.
Every time. So they had a bell in their house that like a bell switch that they would ring and it would ring in our house.
Yeah.
And they would fucking like, dude, it was like we're fucking butlers or some shit, bro. And the way they used to ring the fucking bell, dude, it was so fucking annoying. And it was every day. Every fucking day. One day it was the lights, one day it would be, I don't know, the dog, one day it would be, I fucking lost count about the amount of shit she would fucking keep calling us for.
And we are all on the contract. But for some reason, take up looking for me.
Yeah.
Why? Why me?
Because you're the local dude, bro. You could speak the local language.
Yeah,
That's
but
why.
yeah, and then after that, the local dude had to take them to the cops because they couldn't understand the local language.
I mean,
Shit.
so yeah, so
I
like
know.
you get the thing of the video here where I'm snapping and you understand why. So let's
Yeah.
get back to it.
Yeah, have a look at this.
No, wait. First of all, is why am I dealing with
Her-
you? My contract is with your husband. Why am I dealing with you? Second of all,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They did a paint job because this was
Dude.
during the month of Christmas, New Year's. So people whitewash their
Yeah,
houses,
which is like a normal thing to do.
But have the decent courtesy of saying, man, there is a chance that your bike or your assets can get fucked
Damaged.
up.
So please move it somewhere else or cover it or
Yeah.
even if whatever.
Or you cover it for us and we get the understanding. We'll get the message that, hey, they've done this thing.
Yeah.
It's a good gesture. This is what you call being neighbors. This is
Exactly.
what you have to have that community living. You just don't live in a Catholic society and call yourself a Catholic when you act as a hillbilly. You know?
I mean, yeah, bro. I'm like, see, like a religious standpoint, yeah, they go to church 3 times a day and all of that. I get it. Everyone has their own belief.
They are there for everyone's wedding. They don't even know these people, but they are there for the free food. I know what they are there for. They are there for their green chutney sandwiches. They are there for their veg canopies and crab cakes. Okay. And then they are going to shove some of that down their dresses and in wherever they can find that to take it home and snack on it and serve that to the rest of the community as well. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I know these people. These people, yeah. Unfortunately, these are my people, but I know these people.
I mean, they're not your people technically.
Yeah.
You know, like.
The curse of the Goans. The Goan curse.
But yeah, so you all get like the context to why we couldn't do the travel vlog so far already. So
Yeah.
this is just the beginning. We haven't. Keep in mind, we're still this part where we are right now. We're still in Goa. We haven't even made it to the airport yet.
One person leaves the apartment to go somewhere else. She's like, but he didn't come and say bye to me.
Oh yeah. So when Ziladia normally had like left earlier, he had flown out. The first, he was the first to leave the apartment. She literally was wanting to withhold the money because the other guy was so rude to me. He didn't say bye to me, so I don't feel like giving you your deposit money back. And I was like, yo,
Who are you?
what the
Queen
fuck?
Elizabeth? Nonsense.
It was just so fucking dumb, man.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just not having it that day, man. I was on go mode. Like, you remember when I got out of the car, I told you, bro, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
And yeah, you share the place location because I'm pretty sure that this place will still be there for lease.
Yeah.
Do not.
Yeah, if you're seeing this video,
Do not
save
use that.
your money. It's like, I mean, dude, it's not worth the hassle. Whoever is gonna take that apartment, you're just walking into.
Go to the hardware store, pick up like some, plywood, build yourself a shed somewhere.
I mean, that's way better. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah, than staying with these dumbass people, I swear. These people need to be, put in some facility where they are quarantined, so that they don't infect the rest of the community.
I mean, that's the funny part. Like, okay, so you're seeing this video. I don't want to show you all the whole video because it's like, it just gets like to an unnecessary argument and like, it's just me getting riled up, Ronix getting riled up, and then them calling the husband. Finally, the husband comes because I lost it. And I'm like straight to the face. I'm like, listen. I don't even know why the fuck I'm. And yeah, this is the first time I cussed at them because I was being respectful about them being like older to me and all of that. Like, I didn't want to be too disrespectful to, but then they crossed that line and I was like, yo, listen, why the fuck am I dealing with you? You ain't even on the motherfucking contract. Number one. Number two, go get your fucking husband out of the bed because I'm not having this at 2 a.m. after my whole day when y'all just had to do one basic fucking job. Now, keep in mind, while all of this is happening, the younger daughter, what's that little girl's name?
Vinoda.
Yeah, that little. I'm trying to be very respectful right now, but trust me, there's like so much of frustration towards these people because they've just been nothing but a fucking inconvenience to us the whole fucking time that we've been there, okay? And dude, we're one of the nicest fucking tenants because even if we break shit or we destroy shit, we always go and tell people that hey, we did this, we did that, and that's it. And we pay for it. We're always the people who are upfront.
Okay, yeah. So the daughter Vinola. So while this conversation is going on, she goes and calls her elder daughter in UAE. And like, I'm looking at this guy's looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch gonna do? And yeah, I called her a bitch because she thought no end of herself. Alright, this is the elder daughter. What's that clown's name?
Vidiksha.
Yeah. So she thinks that she knows everything because she lives in UAE and oh, we know nothing. But to her bad luck, he grew up in UAE. Zilla the anomaly grew up in UAE. I was in UAE. So
Born there, basically. We've seen it when it was sand.
and then she's trying to tell us that, oh, let them call. And like, this is when like Ronix is pushing them like, yo, we finna run to the cops with this. We ain't playing.
And she's telling me that, yeah, in UAE, they don't even leave one dirham or anything that way. Hey, man, who are you talking to? We've been brought up in a place where we've subleased, leased, rented out apartments, villas, condos to a lot of people, and we were not such dicks.
Bro, he has an apartment in the same fucking city in India.
We
And
don't.
he ain't a fucking dick about it, bro.
We don't even meet our tenants. We just meet them somewhere down in the elevator or something, and we don't barge into the apartment even though their house is open. We don't do that.
Yeah, and the minute they would see, oh yeah, talk about being the house open. Oh yeah, let's fit. Oh, sorry, we're getting a little sidetracked.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to this. So all of this is going on, and then I snap. I'm like, yo, you better do this right now. I'm not having it. Whatever said and done, he finishes writing the whole documentation, blah 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 blah. He gives us the copy. Sandra submits it. Everything goes through. That was sorted out. But yet, before we left from there, Reggie still asked Vita that, hey, where the fuck's our deposit in it? And then she's like, I have to think about it, and like, cause
Up
the
until the
Zilla,
last minute.
yeah, when she like Zilla the anomaly didn't say bye to me, so I might keep the cash because that was very disrespectful to me. And then Ronix is like, yo, we're gonna run to the cops with this shit because we don't have the time, energy, or the patience to fucking deal with this right now. And then this elder daughter, Vidiksha, she's like, oh, let them go to the cops. Don't worry, I'll deal with it because I'm in UAE. What you gonna do that you're sitting there? Who the fuck do you think you are? Is like my first question, man. Like, People really got it. I don't know why can't people just chill the fuck out, man? Like, just why? It's wild.
Yeah, and then she turns around like this is like at 2 o'clock in the morning, like late, and we've been running around the whole day since 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, half of our energy is gone with the
Half,
bloody
bro, we were
travel.
dead. We
Okay.
were dead.
She
Bro.
turns around and says, "Then where were you guys all morning that you couldn't have discussed this in the morning? Hey man, we've been at you for this for the last 1 week and 3 days, like really gutting it, saying that come on man, get the
We're
funds
leaving.
out.
We're leaving.
We're
We're
leaving.
fucking leaving. And they can see us. We're packing up the apartment. We're throwing the shit that we don't need out. We're giving our maid whatever things we're not taking with us.
I lost
Whatever.
it.
We did whatever we had to do. They can see that we're packing up and rolling out.
I lost it. I said that okay, so then as per you, we're just supposed to just wake up and head to the airport. We are not supposed to do anything else in your books. That's where she's like she was just like dumbfounded because I lost it. She never expected me to lose it in that way, and I've never lost it on her that way. But then some people just have that knack of really pushing buttons, and especially it's the people who are above, who are senior citizens. This is the problem, and senior citizens is one thing that, especially in Goa, I don't know about other states, but they manipulate and play with the law to such an extent that it is ridiculous that that youngsters, even though they are right, even though they have a good stance, are not considered just for the fact that these are senior citizens. But the
I mean, it's
law
bullshit,
the
man.
law doesn't know how much these senior citizens play
I
around
mean,
with
like,
people.
that's what sucks. I mean, like, these people need to feel the consequences of all the bullshit that they're pulling. I'm not even kidding.
I seriously told him also, all of these senior citizens, once they reach a certain age, have to have a mental evaluation to evaluate whether they are fit for society or not. Because if they have even sway a little bit, then they are not fit for society.
That's
They are putting or presenting a negative image.
very true.
You know,
Very, very true.
how is that boosting your tourism? How is that boosting your community? How is it building up the community? It's not doing anything. These are just paperweights. They are there as
Yeah.
dharti ka boj,
You might want to translate that.
a weight, a useless weight on earth, basically.
Like a paperweight. Like, not really a paperweight, but
Yeah, just they are just existing. No one knows, and even they don't know why they are existing. In their words, it is we are pulling our days. Pulling your days for what?
I don't know, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's freaking wild.
Don't pull your days.
Alright. Okay, so this has happened. This is one day before we go. So 3 days before we fly up,
Yeah.
the younger daughter, Vinola, she feels she has the right to come running into our apartment that we're renting out and smack up the maid's kid.
Yeah.
Do you forget about that?
I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so she comes up to our apartment. She knocks, rings the bell. Sandro opens the door. This bitch, this fucking bitch is so like I don't even know how to fucking describe the situation. But she comes in. Sandra's like, yeah, what do you want? Like, we're busy. We're packing our shit. We're doing our stuff. She's so nonchalant about it. She just pushes the door onto Sandra, storms the fuck into our living room, and starts smacking up the kid.
This is the maid's kid, and the maid is literally working for us. She's doing our laundry on the outside of the house, on the which is
Yeah,
towards.
because our landlords were too fucking stingy to even throw in a washing machine after we paid for every fucking thing in that apartment, including the electricity, which we never bitched and whined about.
At the end, we left a ton load of things for them for free.
We were like, fuck it, we can't take it anyway.
And you should have seen their facial expression. They were like so happy, like as if they found some treasure.
Yeah, because there was like good
Yeah.
shit, bro. There was like, we had like nice coffee machines and
Knowing the kind
ovens
of
and shit.
mentality that these people, I mean, yeah, there were appliances. There were appliances that
Ovens.
Yeah,
We left ovens, coffee machines, panini presses,
panini press. Yeah,
name it. Like, see, we all live together, and the thing is, like, usually people have this stereotype, like, dudes when they live together. I mean, like, besides me and Sandra, it's just us, okay? And we love to cook, bro. We love food, and we go hard when it comes to like making food and like buying shit to make food. We like having gourmet food, but we like doing it ourselves. So like, imagine all of that good shit. We just dropped it, and our plan was to give it to them, but then towards the end of it, they were just dicks, and we didn't really have time to like move it to his
Yeah.
apartment. So we're like, fuck this, because towards the last of it, towards the last of it. This is the last day. We were supposed to pack our stuff, move to his crib, and then leave from there.
We were supposed to do this way in
Yeah,
advance had she had forked over the cash, but no, she wanted to hold on to the last minute and then
until
turn
we
around.
went to the cops.
Yeah, and then turn around and say, why didn't you guys? We could have resolved this in a much
And I
nicer
just
way.
laughed. I looked at her face and I just laughed, fam. You remember? I just laughed.
Yeah. I mean, when we try to resolve it in a nicer way, they don't really understand that. And then when we go to the cops, they couldn't even come to the cops. You know what their response was to the cop? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all. That's all. Yes, sir. That's all. If somebody has some valid point, they would actually contradict and say, "Hey, no, but they've done this against us. Hey, no, I cannot do this. I don't care if you're the police. I have things that are unsettled."
Yeah, if you have proof, if you're actually on, like if you ain't
So,
fucking around.
so you know that your what you're arguing has stands no ground, but still, yet you want to argue just because we are youngsters, just because we are malleable. I mean, that way you think that you can play the senior citizen card and just push us in a corner.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
But anyway, so she smacks up the kid on the grounds of, oh, and keep in mind this kid's like 3 years old or something, yeah.
3 years old or
He's like
something. He
three,
was casually playing with his toys on the sofa, chilling.
doing his thing, like while his mom's works and does our
Yeah.
cleaning and maintaining our apartment. She smacks the kid because she's like, I asked you where's your mom at, and you said you didn't know, but your mom's washing clothes down. Obviously, if he can't see his mom, the fuck is he gonna say to you?
The guy doesn't even know how to speak.
That's what he can't even speak. He just makes like he's developing his speech right now,
Yeah.
which is oh very sad, very very fucking sad. And then when I questioned this bitch, she's like, I don't know, this is how we do it.
That's what she said. This is how we do it.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. And then after that, then I pushed, like I snapped, and then I fucking spoke to the husband very rudely. I was like, yo, this shit might work in your house. Don't be bringing this motherfucking shit into my crib. And I was very rude and upfront about it.
He ended up apologizing for it, but then the apology is like one way. The person who actually did the actions are like, they're like, this is how we roll.
Very nonchalant. Very, very nonchalant
Yeah.
about it.
We're surprised that you're reacting so much to it. Hey man, we in 2025.
I mean, bro, that's the reason why a lot of people are so fucked up in this day and age is because of this shit. It's crazy, man. It's freaking crazy.
How are these women even finding guys? How are these women getting into relationships? And who in their right mind would want to go out with these
Yo,
people?
that's not really our thing, innit?
No,
So,
but I'm thinking like as a single person, I'm thinking like, what the hell? Like, who? Why? It's disgusting.
yeah.
What the hell?
Anyway, so let me pull up this video here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is after we leave, and okay, so we'll show you this clip to just give you an idea of what an inconvenience it was for us to leave. We literally shoved everything. There was no space for Sandra, Luna. It was just enough of space for two people and all this stuff. No other space. Okay. So this clip will make you understand how we traveled 64 kilometers, which is very unsafe. We broke a couple of traffic laws. We know we're wrong for this, but the situation that we were forced into, there was no fucking way out. We literally had like what, 4 hours to our flight, and we were like hauling down
Yeah.
64 kilometers.
Yeah. Didn't get time to rest.
You remember this?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the last drive
Yep.
was irritating.
So that's how. So keep in mind, we couldn't, dude. There was no space to turn the camera on you.
Yeah.
Do you see that? We literally just turned the camera in that much space. It's that we couldn't even pan it this side. So there was no space. Ronix was driving the car. Our dog's in the middle. I'm sitting down. Sandra's sitting on my lap. That's the point they fucking pushed us to. We're literally 4 hours away from our flight. Okay, and the airport that we chose was like 45, like 30 minutes or 20 minutes from the place where we were supposed to go. Like from the place where we were living at. Sorry. They made it such an inconvenience. We had to drive 64 kilometers out, go pick up all of this shit, take it down there, go to his crib, repack in an hour's time, and get the fuck back in another cab and haul our asses to the airport just because they just wanted to be
Yeah.
the way they are, man.
I mean, all of this could have been resolved in a nice way, smoothly, on time, because a month's notice
So,
was given to them.
yep.
But no, these people just don't want to stick to their contracts, and this is not just in that just one particular thing. There are multiple instances like that where the contracts are just made to be framed on a wall.
Very true.
They don't stick to contracts in Goa. When it comes to just breaking the contract in midway, these people don't know how to go around. It triggers them for some reason. They don't know how to do it the nice way. For them, breaking a contract is like breaking a trust of a person. How is that? I'm not your relative. It is a business transaction.
Bro, what about the fucking fact of Zilla the anomaly not saying bye, so I'm not gonna give you your money back? What the fuck was
Yeah,
that about?
yeah.
Yeah. So that was fucking crazy, man. So anyways, we made it out of there. They made their flight, and I didn't fly the same flight as them because I had to fly with Luna to Delhi to get her paperwork stamped, and then I came here. So that's why there's been such a huge gap between our content again. I mean, we've been trying to get content out there, but it's just this whole travel thing has been insane. And I like after like resting and all of our bodies are kind of like now in sync with the new weather and temperature and
Yeah.
everything. So we're much,
Right,
much better
likewise.
now and like we're all settled in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, what was your flying experience like? So tell me about like your experience with Air India and stuff, man. Because
I,
like I like you know my side
yeah.
of it, and I'm gonna get in there too.
Well, I weighed everything beforehand. Like I was
Yeah,
prepared, so that way when I went in there, like I had extra things that if in case I had to
yeah,
do a quick shift of some, to put the weight in a different bag, I had
yeah.
that also covered.
Okay.
So I was pretty
You were
chill.
like you planned it out.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
planned.
you had like weighed everything at
Yeah,
home itself and
so I
everything.
planned it out that way. Luckily, Goa airport to get out of Goa airport was pretty smooth.
Okay.
Landing in Delhi airport was pathetic. The stink. Oh, I got goosebumps. The goosebumps you get when you have some sort of like an ickiness or a disgust
Yeah,
goosebumps.
yeah.
That literally that. As soon as I enter the airport, it is of Manikchand, RMD. I don't
Bruh, that was nothing. That was nothing, bro. That was crazy, but that's nothing. I was living in that city, bro, for a week and a half.
God, man, that was crazy, dude. The washroom is in one side.
Yeah, I know.
You have the gates are in the absolute other
After the
corner.
immigration, yeah,
Like we entered Delhi airport, we
yeah,
had time. We
yeah.
had enough time,
Ample of time.
ample of time. We just got to the counter and they're like, "You were the last two passengers. Because of you, everything was remaining." And they start calling up people. It's like, "Yeah, yeah, we found those two guys and all that. Haul ass right now. Get them through immigration and all." But that's all just nothing. We still had to stand in line. We still had to go through the same process with like everyone else. There was nothing. It's just this show that, oh, we are working. Nobody's working. This is stupidity. Just people just stand in line and they're like, "Oh, shoes have to go in that. Uh, Laptop has to be removed from the
Yeah,
bag."
yeah, yeah. Very, very, very fucking
I came,
slow.
yeah,
Very slow.
I
Very
came
slow.
from Goa airport to Delhi airport, apparently with a lighter in my bag, which Goa airport did not even
Detect.
detect through their thing. When I come to Delhi airport, they are like, "Okay, you have a lighter in your bag." I'm like, eh? How did I get to security? It's like, yeah, Goa people, they don't check anything. Just we will check it for you. Okay, lighters out the way. And then we have to run through this entire section from 0 to 12, which is like,
Oh yeah, bro. I know because so you were at 12, mine was at 14.
oh, that's even more, two more
Yep.
gates ahead. We haul ass, we go running like, and I'm wearing formal shoes. Okay.
Why'd you wear formal shoes, man?
Because I thought it would go well. I thought these airports would have some carpets at least. No, no, no.
Nah.
These guys have those squeaky ass floors, and I'm like almost like fucking Donald Duck over there, dude.
Bro, I can imagine that.
Got my ass. Okay, got my ass to the fucking
Yeah.
to gate number 12. There is
Yeah.
one Sindhi dude. Okay, Sindhi dude. I don't know why I know he's a Sindhi dude, because he was watching Sindhi videos on his phone. Okay.
Now who's being very retro?
Yeah. Guess what he does? He's wearing a nice tailored cut suit. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice suit. Has a good physique, straight
Yeah.
physique. He's in his late 40s, say, 40s or early 50s. He's standing right in front of the gate. The gate hasn't opened as yet. They are prepping to open. So there are two staff over there. They're just prepping to open. He's standing right in front of the gate, and he's with his those stretchy yoga things that they have, those belts.
The resistant bands.
Yeah, the resistant bands, and he's just doing this in front of him.
Man.
Okay.
Why?
And he's doing it in a way like as if someone has trained him to do it like that, like a specific way. And I'm looking at it, I'm staring him dead in the eye, like that. And he looks at me and he's like,
Be like, what you want, man?
like, where you're coming in the park or what? You are literally taking an Uber out of this country. Go and do it there. But no.
But see, this is why, like, see, I'm not saying all Indians are dicks and don't know how to behave, but majority, I mean, like, there's barely like a 15% slab, like a scarcity of 15%.
Some of them are traveling in their pajamas. They are Hello Kitty pajamas.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, like, that's how you want to pull up. That's your wardrobe. I mean, like, do your thing. But don't get your stank up in my face. Don't get your nonchalant, cool bullshit that you're thinking. I agree to the whole thing that you said with this Sindhi dude. I get that.
Yeah,
That's very annoying.
There was this couple who recently had a kid, maybe 6-9 months or maybe a year-old kid. Okay. As soon as the plane lands, they are up on their feet. They are telling the kid that, okay, now you can shout and scream in our ear. And the kid is not even crying. He's just making these normal sounds and stuff like that. But as soon as, and the mom is literally telling him, now is the time. Now you can shout and scream. Why? Why would you shout and scream? For what? Who died?
Bro, you think that was traumatizing, bro? You think that was traumatizing? Hey, but how was your immigration experience? Because I had a whole different immigration experience in Ho Chi Minh.
Oh, when I came into
Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh, it was pretty good. Someone got something from duty free. Apparently, I don't know why someone got something
From India to Ho
from
Chi Minh.
India duty free. Okay, he got some whiskey. Okay,
What?
he bought some
What?
whiskey. Yeah, he bought some whiskey, and it was in this black like a gym bag or something like that. The gym bag tore open. It was this fabric thing. They know the Indian fabrics
Yeah,
where they give
yeah,
you
yeah.
instead of plastic.
Yeah.
That just broke open. Both the bottles fell down at the immigration.
At the Ho Chi Minh
At
immigration.
the Ho Chi Minh immigration, and the place stunk up of whiskey. The whole place stunk up of whiskey, and it was some shit ass whiskey. It wasn't even Black Label. It was something else. People are like literally looking at him and saying that, yeah, go lick the floor now. Go lick the floor now.
Madness. Alright. So you all had like a pretty easy sitch, like flying and everything.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Pretty fast as well. As soon as we got through immigration, our baggage was already to a side. It was taken off the carousel.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Like that
Yeah.
was like the same because I had the priority business class bullshit that they upgraded me to. Right? They had to.
They read
They
the
had to.
They read the fragile stickers on it.
Yeah.
It was handled in care. None of the equipments that came were damaged. So all in all, it was really good.
Well, that wasn't
But-
saving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's get into this. First off, so the pet services that we used to relocate my dog. I mean, not even relocate, just the paperwork was called Carry My Pet. And I was a little indecisive about which region city I was flying from. Either it was going to be Bangalore or Delhi, depending on the airlines. And I ended up with Air India, So, well, the crate wasn't sent to me at the right time to begin with. So, Ronix and me had to fucking stress ourselves so much on getting the fucking crate. We had to run around, make so many calls, and everything said and done, we ended up getting the crate for what, 20 bands?
20 bands. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the crate for 20 bands.
From a kennel lady that was really helpful.
Very, very. So, anyways, we managed to do all of that. This is like whilst we're traveling from Chandor to his crib to fly out. We're getting the crate that that time. These people really helped us out so much. Like huge shout out to them. I make it there. I get to the airport. Like we assemble the whole crate. Blah blah blah. I forget. Oh yeah, along the way I forgot to buy the absorbent pads, and then I called up Ronix. Ronix gave me the idea to go get the ones from the medical. I went bought those. Put in a few. Took it to the airport. I was there 5 hours earlier, as per Air India's bullshit. Okay, I was there 5 hours earlier. Okay, then when I walk through the doors, I show the cops the indemnity form and all of that. Everything done. I'm through the gates. I'm inside. Now I'm waiting. I've waited for 3 hours for Air India to even open their counters. I was there 5 hours earlier for nothing. For nothing. They weren't even there. Yeah. There was every other counter. There was Indigo, Etihad, Singapore, name it. All the flight. There was at least one person on the customer desk.
$25 per kg for extra baggage? Dude.
Oh, that's like we're still getting into that.
I know.
Okay, so the domestic flight costed us like what 22,000. Okay, to fly Luna because she was like 28 kgs with the crate. So her actual weight is 16 kgs. Everything else is the crate weight. Okay, we make it to Delhi, landed in. It took me about like 1 hour to travel 10 kilometers from the airport to the Airbnb because well, Delhi traffic. I mean, if you're planning to go to Delhi, just don't. I mean, there is no other way I can say this. I'm straight up with it. So all of that said and done, and we get there. Carry my pet people, Sufyan. He forgets to inform me that I need the backdated vaccination. My dog required 2 years of vaccination. Huge shout out to Dr. Vegas though for sorting out all the stuff that I needed over the phone. Because if it wasn't for him, I would have been in a lot of shit. Trust me. Because I just had the current vaccination card and everything because I had none of the older stuff because we kept moving around and I lost the older vaccination card. But then he had the whole backlog and everything and he sorted me out. So because of Sufyan, I had to go and repay for all of these vaccinations, which came up to about what, $11,000? Yeah. Okay, so now coming to this.
These people are incompetent.
Yeah.
They just tell you that, okay, so you need, 1, 2, and 3. Once you get 1, 2, and 3 and you reach the spot, they're like, oh, but we need 4, 5, and 6 as well. Who's going to tell us that, man? I mean, there is no proper like a handbook or something that you guys follow. Don't you guys know how to do your job and inform customers? Like, okay, especially people when you're in the travel industry, you have to get documents right. This is one of your main things. Just because you're into pet travel, that doesn't give you a leeway that hey, we can take it easy. This is just our job. We were not born to do this, or we were not cut out to do this thing. We get our regular pay. We are happy with that. Ain't nobody gonna complain against us. And even if they do, we have our references and our connections inside. We'll get things done that way.
Anyways, yeah, that's true. I mean, like, yeah, that's bullshit. But anyways, now, so the doctor that Carry My Pet recommended me to is called Dr. T Sharma, and the place is called Pet Hospital and Boarding Shelter, and the place is in. You wanna read this out? Yeah. That's the location, bro, right there.
Masoodgar Market, Vasant Kunj, New Delhi. Yeah, and this is Pet Hospital and Boarding Shelter.
Okay. So now the reason, like you can see it, you can see the screenshot up in the page on the screen. So the reason why I've like specified this is whatever you do not go to this guy. He's incompetent as fuck. Okay? Here's why. So he makes a vaccination. I've gone to him on the specifications on the basis of that, hey, I need to recreate all the older vaccinations because Delhi airport requires the physical in hand. And they're not going to accept a digital printout. So I took the older original vaccinations that Luna's already done. Keep in mind that I haven't crossed the law. I haven't made up any fake documents. I just recreated the older vaccinations on a new vaccination card. My dog has always been vaccinated with all the right things that she's needed with. Okay. So now I go there. I tell him that here's the original. Recreate every fucking vaccination. And he's like, you have to pay for all the vaccinations because the stickers, they're not just handouts. So you have to pay for the vaccination. We're like, okay, whatever. We'll pay you, whatever. So we pay the whole amount of it, which works out to about 10, 11 Gs for all the vaccinations to be recreated and the health certificate and all of that. But this incompetent piece of shit, after telling him all of this, he picks up the vaccination. He's writing the details down, as you can see on that. And this stupid fucking doctor, I don't even want to call him a doctor. He writes the date for the injection given before the manufacturing date of the motherfucking vaccination. Yes.
Yeah, you heard that right.
Let that sink in for a second, yeah? He wrote the fucking vaccination when he gave Luna the vaccination was before the fucking vaccination was manufactured. And then he turns to me, he's like, oh, now what to do? Now it is stuck and these adhesives don't come out, no? So I think we'll have to, like, pay for another vaccination.
The documents that came from Dr. Vegas in South Goa clearly had the age of this pet.
Yeah, I'll pull
The
it
animal.
up. I'll pull it up.
He's messed up 3 forms.
Four.
4 forms. Just putting random ages. I mean, the dog is not even that small. And in one of the forms he's put 6 months,
3 months.
and another one 3 months. Does it even look like a 3-month-old pet to you? I mean, are you that stupid?
To give you all a context, here's a picture of Luna. You can see that's Luna. From which angle does she look like 3 months to you? What kind of a wet doesn't have rabies vaccination, girls? What kind of wet does not have rabies vaccination? Tell me this. Isn't that a little concerning? And then these guys call me the next day. They're like, you come in the morning, we'll have the vaccination. I pull up at like 11:30, 12ish because they said come in that frame. They're like, don't worry, come back at 1:30. I walk about 5.5, 6 kilometers to the mall. I kill time. I call him again. Not there. He's like tomorrow. Then I head back to the Airbnb. Then I get a call saying that, oh, it's here. So then I get my shit, I leave, my phone's about to die, I stop at the ATM, I pull out some cash, about 5 Gs because the remaining vaccination was left, and I go there, and this motherfucker leaves.
He leaves.
Yeah. After me saying that, okay, wait, I'm on my way, I just reached my hotel, I take a cab, I'm on my way back, he leaves. My phone is dead, now I'm walking to the metro, which is like about 4.5, 3 kilometers about. I walk there, I get into the metro, I make my way to Gurgaon. Yeah, I forgot the place's name.
Yeah.
Gurgaon. I get down, I come from the top under the tunnel where there's like an under tunnel thing. I don't know if you're staying in Delhi. But yeah, I come under the tunnel and guess what? I fucking get mugged. How about that? I come out from under the tunnel. There are 3 dudes. One dude with a like handmade, I don't know, some fucking hillbilly looking gun with wood and shit. And 2 dudes with a knife. Now, I'm not saying I'm like some G dude or whatever. I was shook. For real. I didn't try acting like, oh, I kicked their ass. None of that shit happened. I threw my money on the ground. I threw my AirPods. I threw my power bank and I ran like a pussy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't do none of that shit. Oh, I didn't do some Andrew Tate Kung Fu Panda shit. Nah. I saw that and I knew for a fact that, dude, those odds were, I was never, nah.
Yeah.
There was no fucking, bro, I don't care who says what about this. I ain't gonna believe y'all if y'all say I could have made it out by standing up and fighting. There was no fucking way out.
CCTVs don't work. Metal detectors not
Ain't no
responsive.
motherfucking.
Night security sleeping away. Then, I mean, and this is in the capital city. If this is
Which is
happening
the
in the
crazy
capital
part.
city, I mean, what context is that India is a very safe haven for people and that they are welcoming tourists? In what context?
I don't know, man. They're saying that, bro, the local women of India are unsafe. There are so many freaking rape cases going on a daily. Anyways, so all of this is done. We get the ACQ stamp, and even on the ACQ certificate, now I'm gonna show you all another fuck up by Carry My Pet. All right. So, as you all know, we came to Ho Chi Minh City, right?
Never use carry my pet services, my friend. You carry your own pet.
I mean, it's not really that hard to get the certification done. I mean, like, it's a little bit of a hassle. Just
Yeah.
make sure you'll have like 2 to 3 weeks.
Pre-plan your trip
And
and do it
should,
yourself.
yeah, I mean, like, you'll save a lot of cash
You'll
as well.
save a
that
lot of
ways.
cash. You will get
Less stress.
You will get better knowledge and insights of how things work in
Because,
India.
like, the Goa to Delhi flight, me and Ronix only set it up. Literally.
Yeah, because these people are just going to, take you for a roller coaster. They are going to tell you one thing the other day, the second thing the third day, and then you are going to be left like, okay, now what do I do?
Okay. So, as we said, our origin city was Delhi to
Delhi to
Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah.
Which was very clear, even on my flight ticket,
Yeah.
even on my visa,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And they put it up as Hanoi. When the ticket copy is also there along with it. The travel documents also have been shared.
My flight ticket, my visa, my reservations, everything's been shared.
Yeah.
And it still says
Hanoi.
I mean, like, no, man, it's just been like a very stressful 2 weeks for me in Delhi. I mean, you all have been enjoying this city. I mean, like, Vietnam's a very, very beautiful city to be in, like, hands down. And yeah, but this has been like the most stressful 2 weeks for me because I had to like cancel my flight. Like I actually, yeah, let's break it down now.
Yeah.
So all of this has happened, and I have made it to the airport, which was my flight on the 19th, which was a Wednesday of last week, and everything done. Boom, boom, boom. I'm at the check-in at Air India, and guess what? I wasn't allowed to be boarded because there was a fuck up in my visa in the spelling in the middle name. There was an extra K, and whatever said and done, Air India deboarded me from the flight. I didn't get a refund, but the Vietnamese embassy was so helpful, yo. Like, huge shout out to the Vietnamese government. Like, y'all are so polite and nice.
Yeah.
Like, they sorted me out in one day. One day, fam. One day.
Even if there is some something that is gone slightly wrong, they ask you for, supporting documents. If you can verify that, you've not done something to nab them or to, misguide them, you should be good to go.
Yeah.
But then there is this entire thing where the whole responsibility is shoved on the airline carrier. And these airline carriers do not want to take any responsibility
I mean,
at
and
all.
it's Air India. They're very shitty.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I went to the embassy in Delhi. They sorted me out. They gave me a letter for visa on arrival. They were very helpful. They sorted me out within like the same day itself. They didn't make me wait much, nothing. And yeah, they gave me this amazing letter, and then I just changed my flight from when I mean I didn't change it. I just didn't get the money back, and then I had to book my flight ticket for Saturday with 2 days break, and then everything was sorted out. I go to the airport.
And this is just for just an addition, an extra K in his entire name. Just one letter.
Which could have been rectified by the embassy, which they did. That's literally what they did. They just gave me a letter to rectify that, and they gave me visa on arrival. Anyways, so now we're on Saturday. We've come to the airport. We're here at 7 in the morning. Keep in mind my flight's at 1:15 in the afternoon. We're here. We're chilling. We're waiting for everything to be done, and I've finished booking my pet, and everything is done. Okay, I've paid about 61 what was it, 25? Yeah, the 25 USD. So they charge me
25
20
USD.
25 USD per kg for Luna. I've paid outrageous amount of money with Air India. Okay, I've paid all of this, and then we are at the airport at 7:30. I have everything done. Everything is sorted out. Before time. I've paid for Luna. I've submitted my documents. And then, oh yeah, one quick question. Did Air India ask you for your return ticket?
No.
Fuck you, Air India. Especially Air India Delhi, bro. These dudes didn't let me get on the flight without booking a return ticket, girl.
They didn't even ask us for to show us a visa as well.
Dude, visa, everything, return ticket, all of this on bro. I had to book another fucking return ticket, bro.
They just seen our ticket, they seen our passport, and they're like,
They
okay,
were
fine.
refusing
That's
to
it.
even give me my boarding pass or anything without seeing my fucking return ticket. So while I'm standing there after spending almost 75, 80,000 on excess luggage for my dog, I have to spend another 15K on a fucking return ticket. Really, Air India? Like, seriously, what the fuck? But anyways, now to give you context, Man, man, my fucking storage is out.
Yeah, so like I've been time capsuling this. So since 8 o'clock now, it's fucking 11:22 a.m. And I'm still fucking standing at the check-in counter with Luna. Like, bro, this is getting outrageous. Like, the people have changed from their staffs. There are new people working the counters, and I'm still fucking standing here.
You heard from what time I've been standing at the check-in counter?
And he's on priority booking. Okay, they are supposed to take his luggage from him, make his life easier, make it a smooth travel for him as well as his pet. But no, priority is just
A
left.
scam.
It's just a scam.
So, and the reason was that the engineer has to check, the pilot has to check, the pilot's wife has to come and check. I don't know who all had to check the fucking aircraft.
Why does the engineer of the plane have to verify whether the dog is safe to travel or not when all the documents are there?
No. That is because it needs to be safe in the cargo hold.
But she's already in a crate. It's not like she's running around loose or something like that. And isn't that
No.
isn't that the pilot's decision to make?
Yeah.
Since when did the engineer become way more important than the pilot?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
He's a ground staff fellow. He's supposed to be on the ground and keep doing this. You know, go check if the plane has fuel. Go check if there is debris in the jets. You know,
But no, he has to see what the dog is doing.
check if all the lights are functioning fine.
Okay, so all of this is going down. And then, after all of this, the flight was delayed.
The flight was delayed.
And okay, even after the flight being delayed, okay, we're still not done. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. The flight's delayed. I'm still not getting my boarding pass in hand. Because the engineer said okay, but the pilot has to come no first. So the engineer said okay, but now the pilot has to check. So they've given me my boarding pass 15 minutes to the gate closing.
Yeah, you had to hop over. He had to hop over the walkway.
Bro,
There was like at least a half a meter gap.
I had to fucking Jackie Chan that motherfucker, bro. What are you saying?
He had to hop onto the flight in that way.
I get my boarding pass 15-20 minutes to the flight. I'm running with my dog on the trolley because I had to go drop her first.
Everyone else has boarded. What priority, my ass?
Okay? And because of their fuck up, you know how they tried to fix their fuck up? Sir, because of the delay here, you're flying business class.
Because of the delay, you're flying business class with your pet in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
Okay, was it any good?
I finessed it. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So, anyways, I'm running down like Delhi airport with Luna in my hand to drop her off at Fragile Cargo. From there, I had to sprint through this motherfucker, dude. And I had my laptop, I had the DJI, I had like a bunch of shit on me, and I'm sprinting down the motherfucking airport, bro. And I'm not even wearing my shoes, alright? I was in my slideys.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's gonna be a long day, man.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just threw my socks on, threw my sliders on, and I'm running, bro. I'm fucking running for my life, fam. And then immigration. They made me skip immigration and all. They're like, why you late? I'm like, fucking ask Air India, man. Don't ask me.
The biggest question is this CISF officers who are there. What brainless people they are at any airport.
Yeah.
Regardless of which airport they are at, man, they ask you stupid questions. You know, किस लिए जा रहे हो Vietnam? Why are you going to Vietnam?
Oh, they didn't ask me all of this because there was no time for this chit chat.
They asked me, why are you going to Vietnam? I
Yeah.
said, because I want to.
What did they say to you back?
But how come you just suddenly decided to go to Vietnam?
Because how suddenly you got up today and chose to be a dick. The same way I chose to get up and go to Vietnam.
I mean, how is that any of your problem, man? Check my baggage if I'm carrying anything sharp or something
I'm
that
about to
is
blow up this
explode.
motherfucking plane or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's their concern.
You're not even the cop. You're CISF. You're basically a Boy Scout.
Facts, bro. Facts. So yeah, this is me running down with Luna and everything. I get through immigration and all, and then towards the end of it as well. Let me show you, bro. Like I don't understand how was this even allowed. Like, bro, they the handicap buggy carts.
Yeah.
They had to put me in that because I wasn't running fast enough.
Oh man.
Yeah. You can hear how winded I am.
Okay, they put you on the
Like as you can see, like the buggy thing, and then after that, the whole jump onto the
yeah.
aircraft, and the flight was pretty chill. And then on the flight, I was chilling, and they gave me good liquor. Like yeah, they made up for it by giving me the business class and all of that, and it was pretty good. I watched some ABBA and Reach on the aircraft. I know, like before I flew, they had dropped a new video, so I watched that.
Yeah, but just at the last minute they bump you up to first class and they think that's yeah, the customer is happy, it's fine. I mean, you have to still provide quality services.
I mean, yeah, and then
Just
dude,
because
like we're
you
still not done.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
just because
So
they bump you up to first class and they think that okay, now it's all okay. That's it.
okay, so I get to Ho Chi Minh. I finish my stuff. I go down and
Yeah.
I go to Luna. Everyone was very like surprised with her because she's like huge, man. Like for this country, she's huge, huge. Cause like you know. So I go there and then you do realize that the crate when we bought it, it had four wheels, right?
Yeah.
And have you realized there are no wheels on it?
What happened to the wheels?
They lost it on the flight.
So oh wait, oh,
You just realized that
That's-
the wheels are gone.
that's why you had her on a trolley.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. Now it makes sense now why she was on a trolley. I was like, it has wheels.
It had
It
wheels.
had wheels.
I don't even know how they lost the wheels, but they did. So that summons our entire travel situation. So sorry about not dropping a vlog and everything. We really tried to do it, but I mean, we had to sit down like this and explain the whole thing. And we really wanted to show you all more, but it was just so hectic to deal with. And yeah, everything you want to add to.
Yeah, I mean, we'll put the links to all that we've referenced in this videos,
Yeah.
the pet shop, the services, the pet services, and also the place also in South Goa. If you guys decide to
Yeah.
are looking out for places in South Goa, specifically, we're gonna put this place up so that
So
you
you all
guys
can like save your troubles and not
avoid
get into this
yeah
unnecessary
avoid this place.
stuff. Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
So, anyways, from now, where content's going to be different, you're going to have a lot of reaction content, like always, like we do with our new setup. But now you're going to see more of us walking around, and you're going to get to explore Ho Chi Minh City with us, our day-to-day lives, what to do, what not to do. And if you're traveling here, the do's and don'ts, and how to move around if you're looking for work, and how it is to be an expat out here, housing situations, a bunch of stuff that's going to help you out. Which again, like our channel has an entire different playlisting option that you have. And yeah, I mean, my co-host
So we're gonna walk around town. We're gonna get to
Yeah.
know the city. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be with us,
with us.
and as whatever we come across, we're gonna share. We like to keep our channel open that way.
Yeah.
So nothing filtered basically.
Yeah, we're very unfiltered that way.
Yeah.
We do censor stuff towards like YouTube guidelines and all, but we're
Yeah.
very unfiltered and we're very one-on-one perspective. This channel is all about having that raw perspective.
Yeah.
With everything that we do, from our travel to our music to our YouTube to whatever it is we're putting out there. So yeah, I know this was a very very long podcast. Actually, this is one of our longest. This was even longer than the prior episode.
We had a lot to rant about.
Yeah, it was a whole rant episode, wasn't it? But I hope you'll enjoy this episode and we helped you understand and give you a little bit of a heads up with what the situation is in India and traveling here.
And also, if you guys need some help, need some further advice as to, if you guys get stuck up somewhere along
Yeah.
the way, you can always hit us up on our
Email and our Instagram, which is linked below. So
Yeah.
feel free to shoot
We're happy to help and provide
For
some
sure,
sort
for
of
sure.
info by email or maybe
Instagram.
some Instagram.
as well.
Uh,
And yeah, we're planning to start our Discord soon, so let's see how that goes. Maybe not on the get go, but we'll probably have a Discord soon where you all can suggest content, give us ideas. For now, the comment section is always open, and our Instagram DMs are all open as of now, and our email line.
Yeah.
So do let us know about this episode, your thoughts, feedbacks, and anything you all would want to see in the upcoming reaction videos. Any content you all have in specific mind, link it to us. And yeah, and we're going to start doing more videos a week now. Plus, we're going to be doing a little bit of live streaming as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are going to see more of us on live stream, the both of us on live stream as much as on a daily basis. You'll see more of a YouTube live stream. And you'll see more YouTube videos for sure, because if we're live streaming, we're obviously going to compile all that content as well. So if you miss the live stream, don't worry about it. You can always play it back on our YouTube channel. Anyways, that's it. If you're new here, subscribe and
Hit
do
that bell icon for notifications.
yeah, because now content's just gonna be crazy. It's just down there. And have a great upcoming weekend, or have a weekend. I'm not sure when this video is gonna drop, but whatever. Weekend, weekday, however. Alright, catch you on the next episode. Signing out.